In this video, we're covering ACM areas. Here's some of the requirements. You need to be running ACM 646 or above. If you're logged in as a super admin, then all the delegations are already included. If not, you want to make sure that at least you have those delegations listed in here to be able to configure areas in ACM. So how this new functionality works. So areas is something that's been in ACM for a very long time. What we did now is an enhancement, is to give the system the ability to clear and move cardholders between areas. So you can do that manually, or you can program a global action to run on a schedule, and you can execute it that way. In some emergency situations, especially we consider mustering area control, you can reset a particular area or all areas after an emergency is over. That's usually utilized to reset all the counts, so when people go back into the building, you have an accurate count who got inside the building after that. For reporting, pretty much the same concept. We can count how many employees enter in a building in the morning, for example, so you can run a reset all area events nightly, every night on a schedule. So when the employees come in the morning and they start to badge in, you have an accurate count of who came in that morning in a very simple way. Also, here's just a graphical representation of that. So you have multiple areas, so you're going to create the areas that you need there. These areas have doors attached to it, and as people present their badges, they are added to those areas. And then after that, you have the ability using the dashboard or global action to go and remove people from all areas or a particular area and move them to let's say in this case, in this illustration, an outside the office area. So let's take a look in the software and see how that's programmed. Okay, I already logged in ACM and I went under physical access and areas. So the first step is you need to create areas. If you don't already have them, you need to go ahead and create the areas first. So it's very simple. You see here that I already have my areas created and that I have doors assigned to it. So first step is go over here, click the add area, give that a name, and make sure that you enable the area. Area allow you to do also control of how many individuals are in one of those areas. We're not touching that in this video. Just want to show you how you can move people identities between areas. So there's other applications in here. You see also partitions. If your system has partition enabled, so then you will see something similar to this. If not, this box won't be here. So give that a name. Once you put the name in there, just go ahead and hit save. So that's the name of the area, how you want that area to be called, okay? Once you do that, then you have your area. You will display at the beginning with a 0 door count. Then you have to go to doors, and you're going to go here and select your door. In this case, I'm just displaying my doors running on my emulators. So this is just to simulate events in my system so we can illustrate here how that works. So I'm going to go ahead and click in one of those doors, and you're going to go into the operations tab right there. And over here, you're going to select into area. So that reader leads into what area? That's how you got to think about this, is you holding the card. You're going to present the badge to the card to that door. Where you're getting into? Is that the office area? Is that the lab area? What is it that you're doing? If you have only in reader or reading one side of the door, so then you're just going to select here into area. So this is leading you into that area. If you have in and out reader, meaning you have a reader on both sides of the door, one to get in and then one to get out of that area. So then you will select when you're going out, so that's the reader that inside of that area. So when you leave in that area, where are you going? Which area are you now getting into, right? So that's how you need to do this. In most of the time, customers don't have a reader going out, just going into that area. So that's why, including my system here, I'm just using that reader right there. So, okay, so that's the area that I'm going to use for this reader. And all I have to do is just select the readers. You could have multiple readers leading into one area, right? So for example, my office area here, I might have 3 different doors that get me into that area. So I will select in all those readers that lead me into that area, I'll pick the proper area there. So again, just go ahead and pick the area that you've created and then hit save here at the bottom. Once you do that, I'm going to go back here to area just to show you real quick. I can click in my area, and in this box here, you will see that I have a couple of readers leading into that area, and I have one that goes out of the area, right? So there's other areas in here. Let's take a look at this one here, lab. I only have readers going into that area, right? So if you look at the previous one that I showed you here, office, this means one of the doors have 2 readers, one going in and one going out. So you could use that to set in and out readers, okay? All right, once I have the readers configured, it's pretty simple. You can go under monitor and dashboard, and under the dashboard, you will see a new option here called areas. So click there, and you will see your areas, and you'll see a count, how many identities or cardholders are in that area right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and select all my areas here. And I'm gonna leave the area that I want to move into, I'm gonna leave that blank. So I can move all the occupants of these areas into this one down here. So I'm gonna go ahead and click here, move item to identity, and I'm gonna select the out of the office. So let's say I want to remove everyone from the office at this time. So go ahead and click that, and then I just click here, move to the outside area, and you see those numbers dropping, and they are all into that area. Another option here for the dashboard areas is the ability to clear all the identities out of one area or all areas. So let's say I already have all the numbers cleared from multiple areas, and I have only this one area here that now holds everyone because I moved them to this area, right? So I can either just select that, or for simplicity, I can just click in there and highlight select all areas, and I can go in here and clear identity. So this will clear the last area field for all those identities, right? So then the identities will have no information on the last area cleared. As soon as they present the badge or the card to another door, then they automatically add it to that area, right? So let's go ahead and clear that. And once we do that, here it is. Now all areas are turning zeros, so all areas are clear. So if we go ahead here to my maps, you see I've created this dashboard, and you see this is a representation of each area, and now they are all in zeros. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn on my emulators, and you're gonna see this starting to populate information or card holders entering those areas. So here are my areas with card holders already in it, so you can see the numbers, they're changing here. Let's say that now people are moving in, I'm in an emergency situation, and people will all move into the mustering area. So then what you will see is that's people moving out of those areas into that mustering area as represented here. Okay, and now I want to clear everything now. Once again, I want to be able to clear all the areas because the event is over, and now I want to clear the area so people can come back in with everything just cleaned, right? So I can go back here and just select all the areas and go ahead and move that once again to the outside. And when I go back to that map, all my areas are clean. Another thing that I can do with this, instead of doing manually here under the dashboard, again, this will be under monitor dashboard. I can go into physical access, global actions, click in there, and let's say I'm gonna call this all areas reset. I don't want to show this in Expedite, so this will be just an internal one. I don't need this to be appearing the ACM Expedite app. Here's the new option now in Global Actions, Areas. Click there. And here now I have two options. I can either clear all the areas that I put here in the members, or I can move identities to different areas, right? So if I do clear, I can select everything, and basically the identities will have no area associated until they badging next time. Or I can move to a different area if I want to. So I can go ahead and select the items that I want. Let's say that. And let's say that I want to move to the outside area. So those are the areas that I have that I want to move. And then I would go here and pick that, right? So that would be moving identities from these areas into the out of the office area that I selected here. So that's for move. To do a clear identities, then I could use that, and I could actually include that one, right? So I want to reset for every single one of my areas. I can go ahead and do that. Once I have that, just hit save. You should see your new created global action right there, and you can schedule that global action now to run. This will be a regular schedule just to run, I don't know, maybe every night after midnight. So you start every morning with all the areas reset, no one in the office.